Break the board sports. It's your boy RJ Cash. Click that like, hit subscribe. Looking at NBA Friday, Christmas. Lost that Knicks Thunder parlay. Crazy the Spurs have being three in a row. We did get home with the Rockets. Again, click that like, hit subscribe. Let's hop into the slate. Got a decent sized slate here. Now, the first game, Toronto Raptors, Washington Wizards. Now, this line's kind of all over the place. So, again, this is why it's important you have multiple books. There's 6.5s out there. There's 7.5s out there. For the sake of argument, let's go with the 7.5s. Now, Raptors are laying 7.5, 226.5 is the total. 69% ticket count equaling 36% of the handle going to the over. 31% ticket count equaling 64% of the handle going to the under. Now, as far as the sides work out, 66% ticket count is equaling 61% of the handle on the Toronto Raptors laying 7.5. Wizards get on the comeback, 34% of ticket count, 39% of the handle siding with them. Now, Toronto, they started off really, really good this year, and then they've kind of fallen apart. Wizards, they've been falling apart for a long time. Wizards just 4-16 over their last 20, but they are 4-2 ATS their last 6 games. Raptors 4-8 straight up their last 12, 3-10 ATS their last 13. They've played to the under 6 of their last 8. Now, the Raptors are 7-1 ATS the last 8 games versus the Washington Wizards. Raptors come in 18-13 straight up, 14-17 ATS, 10-6 on the road. Wizards just 2-10 at home, 5-23 overall. These two teams played back November 21st of this year in Toronto, a 30-point win for the Raptors. Now, the Raptors, they entered the Christmas break with a win, 112-91 over Miami, stopping a 2-game slide. Wizards have lost 3 of their last 4 here going into the break. As far as injuries, who's in, who's out, Kispert and Whitmore, they're definitely out for the Wizards. RJ Barrett out. If you look at the Raptors, Scotty Barnes, game time decision. Boyle's game time decision here for the Raptors. When I look at this, nothing I want to get involved in. If I did anything, I would put Raptors in your money line parlays. I just don't want to lay 7.5 with a team that's not playing good basketball. But 100% unequivocally, it's either Raptors or nothing. I'm not doing anything with the Wizards. But again, I can't lay that on the road with a team not playing well. Raptors would be in my money line parlays. Maybe if you just want some on Friday, you're just looking for a little action, we find another NBA game to put with the Raptors money line, or you can put Raptors money line with Texas San Antonio, the Roadrunners, beep beep in college football today. Next game on the board, Miami Heat at the Atlanta Hawks. 247.5 is the total. 38% of ticket count, 45% of the handle going over. 62% of ticket count, 55% of the handle going to the under. Now, as far as the side breaks out, Hawks laying 3.5. 52% of bets, 35% of the handle are on the Hawks. 48% of bets, 65% of the handle is on the Miami Heat. Now, for your injury report, Tyler Hero is out. Keyshawn, or not Keyshawn, I apologize. Keyshawn Johnson is questionable. Larson is questionable. Their Porzingis out for the Hawks. Trae Young, obviously, back in the fold, as we discussed the other night. Heat, though, not playing well. Also, Bam Adebayo for the Miami Heat in this game. He is a game time decision. He's really the one. Tyler Hero out for the Heat. Bam's the one to really watch here. Don't want to leave Wiggins by himself. But the Hawks, they haven't covered in any of their last 6 games, and they're just 1-5 their last 6. Remember, Snyder had them playing really well, and then they've just kind of fallen off. The Heat, 2-5 ATS their last 7. The Heat also just 1-8 their last 9. Both of these teams, like I said, started the year really tough, just kind of falling apart. Heat are 6-3 ATS the last 9 versus the Atlanta Hawks. With all that being said, I would lean Hawks here on the money line or nothing. Heat 15-15 straight up, 5-10 on the road. Hawks 5-9 at home, 15-16 overall. They have yet to play this year at all. When I look at it, like I said, it would be Hawks minus 165 on the money line or nothing is what I would draw in this game. Next game on the board, I want to look at Charlotte Hornets at the Orlando Magic. Now, the Magic are laying 5.5, 230.5 is the total. 62% of ticket count, 44% of the handle going to the over 230.5. 38% of ticket count, 56% of the handle going to the under. Now, as far as the side, 66% of ticket count, 63% of the handle. Laying the 5.5 with the Orlando Magic, 34% of ticket count, 37% of the handle. Taking the 5.5 here with the Charlotte Hornets. Hornets 4-1 ATS their last 5, but 6-13 straight up their last 19 games. They've been covering, but the winning department isn't showing it now. Plumlee and Grant Williams, they're both out, but De Silva for the Orlando Magic, he is probable to go today. The Wagner twins still out. Jalen Suggs, a big one. He's doubtful now. He's been downgraded. Batazzi of Orlando, he's questionable. So a lot of injuries here for Orlando. Suggs being out is really huge. Now, he's still got Bain and Bencaro in the company. Magic 2-8 against the spread their last 10 overall, 13-7 straight up their last 20. When you dive in, Hornets 10-20 straight up this year, 16-14 ATS, just 3-12 on the road. Magic 17-13 straight up, 12-17-1 ATS, 10-4 at home. Head to head, the Orlando Magic have won 5 straight and 9 of the last 10. We talked about the Raptors trying to find a dance partner. Here, you could definitely do that if you go with the Orlando Magic. The line's up to 6 now, but you could go Magic and Raptors minus $1.13. Might be a good way to attack this. That's probably the best money line for sure so far that we've seen on the board for a little square money line parlay. Boston Celtics laying 8.5 at the Indiana Pacers, 222.5 is the total. 77% of ticket count, 50% of the handle going over. 23% of ticket count, 50% of the handle going to the under. Now, the Boston Celtics laying the 8.5 are getting 58% of bets and 50% of the handle. 42% of bets, 50% of the handle here going to the Indiana Pacers. Boston 10-3 against the spread their last 13. They've been phenomenal. 8-2 straight up their last 10, but Indiana has the advantage. The Pacers are 5-1 against the spread the last 6 meetings with the Celtics. Wish they were that way with everybody else, just 2-4 ATS their last 6. Pacers are on a 6-game losing streak coming into this. They are 6-24 on the year, 15-15 against the spread, 5-11 at home. The 5-11, as ugly as it looks, they just have one win on the road this year. Now, Boston, 18-11 straight up, 16-13 ATS, 8-6 on the road. For the Celtics, pretty clear. Brashear, he's out, personal reasons. Now, for the Pacers, Ben Shepherd is out, Aaron Nesmith out, obviously Toppin still out. Now they got Isaiah Jackson in concussion protocol. He's out. Just lots of stuff going on here. Now, these two teams just played about 4 days ago going into the Christmas break. They played in Boston. Boston won that game by 8. Now the Celtics are laying 8.5 on the road. For me, I can't believe I'm saying this, but just how it goes. Pacers plus 8.5 or nothing here. I don't have it in pocket. I did just sprinkle a little on that Magic Raptors in pocket, but nothing here for me on this game. But if I had to play it, kind of like if I was going to play Hawks Heat, Hawks minus 160 to 164 on the money line. If I was going to play this game, Indiana plus 8.5 or nothing. But again, in-game betting, and we saw it yesterday with the Knicks game. We saw it with the Thunder Spurs game. We saw it with the Mavericks game. In-game betting, the best way to bet the NBA for sure. Philadelphia 76ers at the Chicago Bulls. Now the Sixers are laying 1.5, 240.5 is the total. 57% of ticket count, 48% of the handle going to the over, 43% of ticket count, 52% of the handle to the under. When you look at the sides here, 54% of bets is equal in 30% of the money on the 76ers. 46% of bets equaling 70% of the handle here on the Chi-Town Bulls. Sixers 4-1 ATS their last 5. They're 6-3 straight up their last 9. Now the Bulls, remember, they start off really good and then went through this long streak where they look pathetic. But the last 6, the Bulls have turned it on. 5-1 straight up, 5-1 ATS over their last 6. Now, head-to-head, the total has went under 9 of the last 10 between these two teams. And over the last 20, the 76ers have the edge. They've beaten the Bulls 13 of the last 20 meetings between each other. Now, when you look at the injury report, Oubre, he's going to be out today. Quinn Grimes of the 76ers, he's questionable. He's been a little under the weather. Uh, and then Embiid with the knee, he's questionable. They're just trying to manage that knee along for the Bulls. Pat Williams, he's questionable. He's been a little under the weather as well. Under the weather could be too much eggnog. Who knows? 76ers 16-12 on the year, 7-4 on the road. Bulls 14-5 straight up, 7-6 at home. They just played November 4th. They're only meeting this year. Bulls won in Chicago, 113-111. This is going to make my betting card. Philadelphia 76ers on the money line, minus 112 is a double unit play. Going to get home with that one. I'll take the 76ers in this matchup. Milwaukee Bucks at the Memphis Grizzlies. Two more franchises that just continue to be, man, if you rewind the clock 3 years ago and now you look at where they're at, just totally different. Grizzlies laying 5.5, 228.5 is the total. As far as the spread goes, 54% of bets, 46% of the handle on the Bucks, 46% of tickets, 54% of the handle on the Memphis Grizzlies. Grizzlies 10-5 against the spread their last 15, and they're 10-5 straight up their last 15. So they went into this Christmas break starting to play some better basketball. They played to the under 8 of their last 12 at home. That fits right in with the Bucks. They played to the under 5 straight games. Bucks 4-13 their last 17, but 4-2 ATS their last 6. Now, head to head, the Grizzlies a 7-0 run against the Milwaukee Bucks, and the Grizzlies have beaten the Bucks 8 of the last 10 meetings, and with that 7 straight. Now, Morant with the ankle, he is questionable today. Clark is out. Contra is out. If you look at Williams Jr., he's out. So the Grizzlies got guys out. Giannis and Prince, obviously, they're dunsy at this point. Giannis, who knows when he'll come back. Gary Trent, he's questionable with the calf. Look, again, if you don't like the Magic, maybe it's Grizzlies and Raptors. Nothing I want to get involved in. You might find some good in-game betting, but it would be Grizzlies in a money line parlay or nothing here for me. Phoenix Suns at the New Orleans Pelicans. Now the Suns laying 5.5, 238.5 is the total. 63% of ticket count, 77% of the handle going over, 37% ticket count, 23% of the handle to the under. As far as the Suns, they're getting the majority, 59% of bets, 57% of the ticket count handle, rather, laying the 5.5. Suns 14-6 ATS their last 20, 8-2 ATS their last 10 on the road. But don't look now, the New Orleans Pelicans showing some life. 5-1 straight up their last 6, 6-1 ATS their last 7. They've played to the over 8 of their last 11 games. Suns come in 16-13 straight up, 18-10-1 ATS, 6-8 on the road. That's where the Pelicans 6-12 at home, 8-23 straight up, but they are 18-11-2 ATS. They played earlier this year in Phoenix. Phoenix won that game by 23. Now, Pelicans lost their last game going into the break to the Cavs, 141-118, got blown out. But before that, they had won 5 in a row with wins in there versus the Mavs and the Rockets. So, when you look at this, it really comes down to, the Pelicans, you just never know. Now, Green and Allen both out for the Suns. Jordan Poole, the big one here. Poole is listed as questionable. I would need him to go to be able to take the Pelicans here. Herbert Jones is out. Zion is in. So if you can get, and you'll watch this as the day goes on, if you can get Jordan Poole, if I got Poole and Zion, I would lean Pelicans here catching 5.5, but just no play for me. Detroit Pistons at the Utah Jazz. Right now, Pistons are a 10-point favorite. They're getting 52% of ticket count, 65% of the handle. As to where the Jazz, 48% of ticket count, 35% of the handle. Injury report, Holland and Jones, both game time decisions for the Pistons. Niang, he's obviously still out with the foot injury. Detroit 7-1 straight up their last 8, 6-3 ATS their last 9 versus the Utah Jazz. Jazz just 1-4 straight up. Again, if you're looking, remember we talked about the Magic and Raptors moneyline parlay at minus 112. Look, you could throw the Pistons in it, get you to plus 130. That would be the way I would go on it. I'm not laying 10, and I can't take 10 with the Utah Jazz right now. Just can't do it. Now, Clippers and Blazers, last game of the night, LA Clippers at the Portland Trail Blazers. Clippers are laying 1 here. You're over under 226.5. 84% of ticket count, 66% of the handle going over, 16% of ticket count, 34% of the handle to the under. Now, as far as the side, 61% equal and 72% of the handle is the ticket count and handle going to the Clippers. Clippers getting overwhelming support. Blazers, 39% of bets, 28% of the handle. Now, Scoot Henderson, Holiday, and Jeremiah Grant all out for the Blazers. Robert Williams, he's questionable with the knee. You got Chris Murray, he's questionable with the neck soreness. Now, Jones is out. Zubac is out for the Clippers. Look, when you dive in a little bit more and you look at this, Clippers just 3-10 their last 13, an absolute embarrassment. Blazers 2-5 ATS their last 7, 6-13 straight up their last 19 are the Blazers, and they're just 2-6 at home. Clippers and Blazers head to head. The Clippers have won 12 of the last 13, so 12-1 are the Clips. They're 13-7 ATS their last 20 versus the Blazers. Clippers are going to make my pocket get in there. I'll take the LA Clippers laying 1. Philadelphia 76ers minus 112 on the money line. And I like the money line parlay. Magic, Raptors, Pistons plus 130. Those are my plays. For the rest of the card, I lean Hawks minus 165. I lean Pacers plus 8.5. I lean Pelicans plus 5.5, but only got those others in pocket. RJ Cash, Break the Board Sports, giving you stats, trends, information to help you with your handicap. Whether you fade or follow, hope you win your bet. Click that like and subscribe. God bless and happy handicapping.